Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. welcome. Ringo TV Reactions. We're back again with another one. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Well, if you've been watching the streams that I've been doing thus far, I talked about a situation where you had a man that was pushed into the subway tracks in New York. Very gruesome video, gruesome story. I can't show the actual real, uncut video, but at the end of the day, we still got a news briefing that we could pretty much talk about that will hopefully give you an understanding of what's going on. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me, if everything is good. Need to make sure everything is good. All right. Let me double check from my phone. Make sure everything is right. Let's see what we got. Okay. Again, we're talking about the story of a man charged with attempted murder after pushing a man on a subway platform on the track. And the raw video is actually very scary to watch. It looks really bad. Hold on a second. Let me double check this thing to make sure everything is good. Okay, that's good. All right, I'm good. So, welcome to the stream. We're going to talk about the story where I thought these were migrants. I still believe it is, but they got the guy who did the crime. Man is home, going home, got his shopping bags with him, waiting for the subway train. He's all up on the platform right at the edge. As I said in my last live stream, you don't want to be the kind of person that stands by the edge. Never do this when you're in New York. People die all the time. This is one of the reasons why I had to leave New York, is because there's too much crime, there's too much bloodshed, too much death. People are killing people for stupid reasons all the time. Now, that's not to have fear. It's just that why would you want to be in an environment where there is constant death everywhere you turn around? It doesn't make any sense. It's unsafe. Like, New York is really not a safe place to even live, to be honest with you. You could just literally get into an issue just walking down the street. It's really bad. But let's get into the news. Let's break down the story, find out what's going on, and then we're going to get into this thing. Let's go.
To have some big news today. First, a horrific scene on the New York City subway. The video difficult to watch. A man injured after he was out of nowhere, shoved in front of an oncoming train in Chelsea. The suspect quickly captured by police and just charged with attempted murder. Eyewitness News reporter Sonia Rincon has the story.
The chilling video obtained by Eyewitness News shows a man standing close to the edge of the platform behind a couple of fare evaders and another man approaching and casually shoving him in front of a 1 train just after 1:30 this afternoon at 18th Street. First responders would go between the stopped subway cars to rescue the 45-year-old victim and take him to Bellevue Hospital. Sources tell us he is a New York City resident and is in stable condition tonight. Less than an hour after the attack, a suspect was in custody, identified as 23-year-old Kamel Hawkins of Brooklyn.
Why'd you push him?
Tonight, riders on the same Chelsea platform headed to their New Year's Eve destinations are calling the attack brutal and scary.
I'm ready to go back home. I'm ready to go back home. I came here for a good time, and I'm scared that things like this might happen to me.
They want to hike fares up and they want to do certain things, but they can't even keep the people of New York City protected. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of sad.
New Yorkers must feel safe.
Today, the mayor defended his efforts to get people off the subway system who are sleeping or seem like they need mental health services. He pointed to lower crime on the subway in 2024 and declines overall since 2009, but admits the perception just doesn't match the reality.
People don't want to hear that. They said someone just got burned, Eric. If someone is shoved to the subway system on the tracks, people are seeing and feeling what they're reading. So our success is overshadowed.
And the cameras that help lead to arrests, like they did tonight, also make those disturbing crimes more visible to more people.
I actually still feel relatively safe. You know, it's a big city and there's a lot of subway stations and a lot of people commuting, but yeah, it's still really scary when you see it on video like that so clearly.
Kamel Hawkins was quickly apprehended and held here at 59th Street thanks to transit cops looking for the person in that video. He is charged tonight with attempted murder and assault as a felony. Police believe this was random. They say he did not know the victim and said nothing to him before pushing him in front of that train. In Columbus Circle, Sonia Rincon, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Yo, nigga, about that paper.
Ringo TV.
Yo, nigga, about that paper. Yo, nigga, about that paper. Yo, nigga, about that paper.
Ringo TV.
Yeah. True man, I'm free. I wake up a new episode. I pop out clean as be up a level though. She talk to me like I'm not me. I get it though. Yeah. I'm so eclectic, got me to the credits roll. Talk down to me, they might have to send medical. I'm out the league, I'm OD, they pathetic though. Look how I move, I'm protected. Shawty so swoon in my presence. The world going through it outside, they unruly, but I keep it cool, they can't press me. I keep it pure with intention. They see what I'm on, ain't no vixen. I might like do it that top down. I keep it tuned with a high power. Put it on me, I'm blessed. Young nigga blessed. Big bag, manifest the sky, no stress. Keep no evil around me, can't ground me. I built it since when I had less. No hex on, God can't pause, nigga, look at how far we progress. Whatever we doing, we keeping it fluid, I don't see a thing. Nigga about that paper.
Ringo TV.
Yo, nigga about that paper. 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 Hop on the jet, had to switch to the coast. One of a kind, I've been playing that role. They pay me to play me, I needed it for. It's real if I said I meant what I spoke. I'm legend, it's written, I shake up the city. Spin block till I'm dizzy, won't ever go broke. I'm chose, I must like do it a top down. I keep in tune with a high power. Put it on me, I'm blessed. Young nigga blessed. Big bag, manifest the sky, no stress. Keep no evil around me, can't ground me. I built it since when I had less. No hex on, God can't pause, nigga, look at how far we progress. Whatever we doing, we keeping it fluid, I don't see a thing. Nigga about that paper.
Ringo TV.
Yo, nigga about that paper. Yo, nigga about that paper. Yo, nigga about that paper. Put it on me, I'm blessed. Big bag, but I the sky, no stress. Can't ground me, I know this since when I had less. Look at how far we progress. Fluid, I don't see a threat.
To have some big news today. First, a horrific scene on the New York City subway. The video difficult to watch. A man injured after he was out of nowhere, shoved in front of an oncoming train.
A man shoved in front of a train in New York. Now you got to think about this. Why these things happen? What would make a person shove someone in front of a train? What got to be in your mind? A demon. And you got people like that are in this world. They're walking around you in the streets every day. And you got to think about this. Do you really want to be in an environment with children where you got animals like that just roaming the streets? And New York is full of it. New York is full of people just like that. People are literally out of their minds. When you are in a New York subway system, it's one of the most dangerous places you could be in. Very, very dangerous. Anything can happen. You understand me? Anything can happen. Now, understand, I'm originally from New York. So when I speak on these issues, I speak from real world experience, not secondhand, third hand, hearing what, no. I've lived there all my life in New York. And I can tell you, it just got worse, worse, and worse. To the point I had to move and leave. You understand? It is pure evil. This man was on his way home, not bothering nobody, unprovoked. And a demon decides to push him into the tracks. You understand? Now, this dude clearly looked like a migrant. This is a migrant. This is not some random person that live in the hood in Brooklyn or live in some, this is a migrant right here. I noticed somebody in the chat said, oh, he's black, he's wearing a hood. Just because somebody's wearing a hood doesn't automatically make them a so-called black man. That's a migrant. This is what happened when they brought these damn migrants to New York. Because remember, migrants are not just so-called people from one part of the world. It's different ethnicities of people that came to New York. And they're all over the place. And all they do is commit crimes. That's all they do all day, every day. Crime. You understand? This is not some average person that live in the New York area. That's not the case. This is a demon that have nothing better to do because they jumped the turnstile, because I got the original video. I can't play it on YouTube because of the guidelines. You know, it's too shocking to see. It'll make you, it can be traumatic for some people to see it. But I got the actual video that is uncut, where the man get pushed into the damn tracks and you see them running out after they did it. Like, they pushed them in the tracks and then they ran back out and left while the man is in the tracks. You know what I mean? So I don't know. They said the man was taken to the hospital and whatnot, so he didn't die. But I'm pretty sure he got hurt, because at the rate of the speed of the train, he most likely got hit because the guy pushed him in front of the tracks, in front of the train. They pushed him in front of the train. So he got hit. So probably the force of the train pushed the man forward. And then the conductor had to hit the brakes and probably stopped right away. But he probably ran him over. You never know how the situation was. It's a scary situation. Who wants to get pushed in front of a moving train? One of the most scariest things you can think about, getting pushed in front of a train. And somebody have to live with that traumatic experience. So now that dude is charged with attempted murder. You understand? Well, let's get back to the story.
Chelsea, the suspect quickly captured by police and just charged with attempted murder. Eyewitness News reporter Sonia Rincon has the story.
The chilling video obtained by Eyewitness News shows a man standing close to the edge of the platform behind a couple of ferry evaders and another man approaching and casually shoving him in front of a one train just after 1:30 this afternoon at 8.
Think about that, man. Now, those are a couple of guys with them. Those are migrants, guys. Those are migrants. I'm surprised they didn't capture all of them. All of them were involved. All of them were involved. Every last one of them, even though one pushed them, all of them were involved. They all should be charged. Let me tell you something. The mayor of New York is full of shit, guys. I'm just being honest with you. He done nothing but a horrible job the whole time. Horrible job. You know what I mean? Ever since he got into office, New York just went down. Anybody that's a real New Yorker know the mayor's full of shit. I'm just being honest with you. You know? And that's the whole point. Like, what is your issue with you keep saying they black? They black. What is your problem when you keep saying they black? Do you not understand how many different ethnicities are melanated people? You think anybody that look so-called black is the same people? Are you black? Or are you white? Or some sort of racist? Like, what is your issue here? You just keep focusing on they black, they black, they black. It doesn't make no sense. You know how many different ethnic groups are melanated people? So-called Africans, all these different people. You have so many different ethnicities of people that are melanated. And you just think everybody's black? Just throw everybody in one pot. Those are migrants. Do you live in New York? Do you know how New York is? Well, of course you're white. Let me pack your ass up and get you on out of here, because I already done know who you are. A damn racist. I already done knew your spirit as soon as you walked in the building. That's my point. This is what I mean, ladies and gentlemen. You got these people, they come over here to the live chat, and it's like he just kept poking at the bear. I'm the one who lived in New York. I know what's going on. You don't. But you trying to make it seem like, oh, black people. That's what he's really trying to do. This is how racists work. In other words, black people are pushing white people in front of trains. Those are migrants. If you live in New York, you know about how much crime is going on there. Migrants are sticking people up with guns, knives. They're taking over people's houses. They're robbing stores, right? They're harming women with children. It happens every single day in New York. Why? Because of the damn mayor. The mayor. They let these people come. This is a damn migrant. Do you understand me? That is a migrant. That is not someone who originally lives in New York. Do you understand? This is a migrant who came out there with his buddies and decided to push somebody in the tracks. Even dudes from the ghettos, from the projects, don't even do stuff like that. They don't even do stuff like that. If you're a real New Yorker, you know. But you got some damn racist that wants to tie it in to so-called black people. Look at these black guys, you know, it's just so bad. They're pushing white people in front of the trains. You understand? Really, really bad, man. And it's disgusting. If you're a real New Yorker who live in New York, you know the deal. You know the deal. It's nothing but crime. Ever since the migrants came to New York, the crime in New York went up. All you see is these damn mopeds everywhere. Mopeds everywhere. If you live in Brooklyn, if you live in New York, put a 1 in the chat if you've seen an influx of these damn mopeds everywhere. You can't even drive your car. You can't even drive your car in Brooklyn. There's mopeds everywhere. These guys ride up and down sidewalks. They drive against traffic. They'll run into your car, hit your damn mirror, scrape the side of your car. It's a major problem. The governor is horrible. The mayor is horrible. It's like New York just went straight down the tubes, man. Everywhere you turn, you see a damn moped. They run red lights, people. You could be in your car like this. You got the light, it's green. They'll come flying by. You're like, whoa. What the hell going on? Out of control. Absolutely out of control, man. And nothing is being done about this problem. And now you got them pushing people in the damn train tracks. Pushing people in the damn tracks. Like I said, I got the full video. I got the real video. But I can't show it on YouTube because of the guidelines. But let's rewind this thing back. Let's rewind this thing back a little bit. Hold on.
And another man.
Let me see the part where they came in. All right, here we go.
Has the story.
The chilling video obtained by Eyewitness News shows a man standing close to the...
I mean, think about this, guys. You have one wearing a damn short pants. These are not people from New York. These are migrants. The clothes that they got on their back, they stole. Come on now.
Edge of the platform behind a couple of ferry evaders and...
Who's wearing shorts in the damn cold? Who in New York is wearing shorts in the cold? What New Yorker is wearing shorts in the cold? Who does that? But see, when you're watching the news media, they're not going to promote migrant. You know, the migrants. No, they're not going to do that because the mayor, they already taking a lot of heat for this. If you're a real New Yorker, you know what's going on. Those are migrants. They're the ones who's bringing all the crime in New York, man.
Other man approaching and casually shoving him in front of a 1 train just after 1:30 this afternoon at 18th Street. First responders would go between the stopped subway cars to rescue the 45-year-old victim and take him to Bellevue Hospital.
Right. Nobody dressed like that in December in New York. If you're a real New Yorker, you know what I'm talking about. Anybody that's a real New Yorker know it's cold as hell over there. It's cold. December? You wearing short pants? Nobody dressed like that. Y'all remember the other day when I had made my wife give a migrant a brand new coat? Put a 1 in the chat if you remember that. Put a 1 in the chat if you remember. It was cold. And she came and she told me, there's a guy out there, he needs a coat. I had a bunch of brand new coats that I don't even wear. I told her, take one of those coats and give to him. The way they dress, the migrants, you would think it's summertime. They'll be walking outside with short pants, flip-flops, with a hoodie in the freezing cold weather. And that's how the guy was when my wife gave him the coat. It was bleeding outside, and he had on no coat. And I was moved to give him the coat, brand new.
Sources tell us he is a New York City resident and is in stable condition tonight. Less than an hour after the attack, a suspect was in custody, identified
That's a migrant.
as 23-year-old Kamel Hawkins of Brooklyn.
Why'd you push him?
Tonight, riders on the same Chelsea platform headed to their New Year's Eve destination.
And you know what's so crazy? When the migrants come here, they get free housing, free money, debit cards. They get everything for free. What kind of nonsense is that? Who made the bright idea to bring migrants to New York? Who did that? What was the purpose of doing that? Because they took over New York. Listen, I'm telling you, anybody that's in Brooklyn, if you, let's say for example, you ride up Myrtle Avenue in Brooklyn, go all the way down Myrtle, go past Sumner houses, go way down up there by the White Castles area, all you see is damn mopeds everywhere. They're everywhere. You can't drive your car. They'll hit your car. They run all the red lights. They be on the sidewalk snatching purses, attacking old women. It's bad, man. Because they don't got no work. They don't got no job. And they out there doing all of this evil. And at this point, I don't even care for them. I'm just being honest. I don't. Because they brought nothing but crime to the city and made the lifestyle of New York, it went straight down. So you got people that are coming to New York to visit. They don't even know what they're walking into. For all you know, that man probably don't even live in New York, but then again, he probably do. And he don't understand the rules. The rules is you don't stand by the edge of the platform. You know, you don't stand at the edge of the platform. You know, even when we were living in New York, and let's say my wife was traveling, I would tell her, look, if you're taking the train, don't stand by the edge of the platform. Always sit down or be by the wall. Don't ever stand there, especially if she have my daughters with her. Don't ever stand by the edge because you got these knuckleheads that literally would do this type of dirt, and it's the migrants that are doing it. When people are getting pushed in front of trains every other week in New York, about 7 months back, when I was still living in New York and I used to talk about these stories, it was nothing but migrants doing these crimes. And you have also people in New York that live in New York that did these horrendous crimes. But my point is, ever since the migrants came into New York, crime went up. And I think they did that on purpose. I think they brung them in on purpose.
Are calling the attack brutal and scary.
I'm ready to go back home. I'm ready to go back home. I came here for a good time, and I'm scared that things like this might happen to me.
She said she came here to have a good time, which means she's not from New York. She said, I came here for a good time. She's not from New York. She came down here for a good time. You know what I mean? But for whatever reason, she's not hip to what's really going on. So she's concerned for her safety, and I don't blame her. Because as a woman, you're more likely to get attacked by these so-called individuals in these streets. You got homeless people that are on the subway that they keep there all day. I don't even know why they're in the subway station. I don't know why they allow this type of stuff. Where's the damn programs? Where are the damn preachers? You got all these damn $1 million preachers talking about they serving Jesus and they out here preaching the gospel. Where the fuck y'all at? You got all these homeless people in the subway stations. Where TD Jakes at? Where Creflo Dollar at? How come these damn so-called Christian pastors ain't putting their damn money into the poor? Where they at? This is what pisses me off about religion, is that you got all these so-called ministers living in mansions. They talking about all this money. Oh, we prosperity. Well, what are you doing for those homeless people? Where's the church? Got all these damn churches on every corner. Where they at? Where the church? Where the pastors? Where's Jesus? Where is he? Bunch of damn hypocrites. Religion is a joke, bro. Religion's a joke. The governor's a joke in New York. The Mayor Adams is a damn hypocrite and a joke. You know what I mean? A damn joke. He's the same one that was cool with that other pastor. Remember the flashy pastor that got arrested? The one that got robbed in the church? Supposed to be some sort of mentor to him? All of these dudes is the same, man. They don't care about crime. They need that crime to go up, man. They need it to go up. That's how they stay in business, man. Shout out to Joshua for the support. Says real New Yorkers know what's up, Ringo. Keep preaching and teaching this raw truth. That's a fact. Real New Yorkers know what's going on. They know what they got to deal with. But here's the thing. A real New Yorker know how to move. A real New Yorker know how to move. We understand the streets and everything else. And the mayor's not doing anything to solve these problems. You know what I mean? Now, here's the thing. This dude is going to say something here that is partly true. But at the end of the day, if you really from New York, you supposed to have street smarts as well. Check out what he say.
They want to hike fares up and they want to do certain things, but they can't even keep the people of New York City protected. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of sad.
It's not really for them to focus on keeping you protected. That's the thing that I need for everybody to understand with this live. You as a man or woman have to keep your own eyes open to what's going on in these streets. I'm telling you, death is walking around everywhere. You could be driving your car. Death can show up. Somebody could be in a car, they tweaking. They ram into your car, drive you off the damn cliff. Anything can go on. You got to have situational awareness. You got to look around you. Always watch your surroundings, people. Always. It's not about being paranoid. It is about keeping your eye on what's going on. Know where the exit door is. Have an exit strategy. If you're on a bus, have situational awareness. You walk on the bus, you look around, you look at everybody on the bus. When your red flags, the alarms and everything go off, you see one person there, keep your eye on that person. You go into the subway station, keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open, man. You sitting there on the train with your cell phone in your hand right by the damn door. The door is there. You're sitting like this, waiting for somebody to snatch your phone. A real New Yorker don't do that. A real New Yorker do not sit by the door in the train with their phone up like this. Anybody can snatch your phone and fly out the door. The doors will close. You lost your phone. You lost your phone. You know how many times I've seen people do that? You know how many times that happened? People get robbed on the train all the time, especially late at night. You know what I mean? People be getting robbed. All sorts of things happen. You got to keep your eyes open when it comes to these streets. Stop depending on everybody else to make it safe for you. But now on the flip note, the guy is right that the mayor and the city is not doing anything to make sure that residents are safe. You understand? Think about how it is. I believe it's in China. The way I'm not sure if it's China. I believe it's China. The way their subway system is, they got gates. They got gates that are in front of where the tracks are. You understand? So you can't push nobody into the tracks when trains are pulling in. You see what I mean? How come New York don't got that? How come New York don't got that, guys? How come New York don't have this type of safety mechanisms in place? Think about this. Every subway station in New York is a death trap. Every one. New York is unsafe. Shame on the mayor of New York, the governor of New York. Shame on you. Because why? There should be better protection for the trains, for the tracks, for the residents, for the people. How many people been pushed into the damn tracks every single other week in New York? When are they going to put fences and gates right where the tracks is? Why the hell the train is just so open and anybody can die? Children can die. Where all the taxpayer dollars is going? They bugging out, man. This is crazy work. Nobody should be getting pushed into a tracks, bro. That's the worst thing that you could do to somebody, is push them into the tracks. And now they dead.
I'm here for a good time, and I'm scared that things like this might happen to me.
They want to hike fares up and they want to do certain things, but they can't even keep the people of New York City protected. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of sad.
New Yorkers must feel safe.
Today, the mayor defended his efforts to get people off the subway system who are sleeping or seem like they need mental health services. He pointed to lower crime on the subway in 2024 and declines overall since 2009, but admits the perception just doesn't match the reality.
People don't want to hear that. They said someone just got burned, Eric. If someone is shoved to the subway system on the tracks, people are seeing and feeling what they're reading. So our success is overshadowed.
And the cameras that help lead to arrests, like they did tonight, also make those disturbing crimes more visible to more people.
I actually still feel relatively safe. You know, it's a big city and there's a lot of subway stations and a lot of people commuting. But yeah, it's still really scary when you see it on video like that so clearly.
Kamel Hawkins was quickly apprehended and held here at 59th Street thanks to transit cops looking for the person in that video. He is charged tonight with attempted murder and assault as a felony. Police believe this was random. They say he did not know the victim and said nothing to him before pushing him in front of that train. In Columbus Circle, Sonia Rincon, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
That's the worst thing you can do to somebody, fam. And then the mayor just making up excuses. Where is the safety for the people, fam? I'm kind of trying to find some info here so I can kind of show some of the situations in whatchamacallit, China. Give me a minute. I'm looking at some stuff here because I want to see how this is. I just want to give you some images. I just want to see some of these things because I'm trying to figure out why is it that in New York they don't have any sort of safety measures for the transit system. Like why they don't have anything. I'm gonna put a couple of pictures on the screen to kind of show you some things. Let me see, because this doesn't make any sense, man. All the money that's coming in and there's no safety. And I'm pretty sure there's probably better photos out there, but I'm trying to really make my point more clear. Let me see if I could do this. Okay, let me see. All right, so now, let's look at this, right? So you have this image here that have what appears to be these, you know, like these bar things here. You know, obviously you have to come through, but this is a better setup than New York. A way better setup. Let me see what else I can find, because they have more. Let me see. You have this over here. You have that. And maybe somebody that is actually from China or can speak Chinese, you would probably know more than me concerning how the system is over there. But I'm sure it's way safer than New York. Their system is probably way better, you know, where they have actual gates. Let me see if this will work. Hold on. Like how you have like gates in front, and then it's an area where the door opens up. So it's like, it's more safe. You know what I mean? Like, why New York don't have stuff like that? All subway, it's like China, their tech is way more advanced. And it's just sad because there's no real safety in the subway system in New York. It's like you're gonna die going into the subway system. It's just not safe. It's not safe at all. So I don't know what the mayor talking about. He's just trying to cover his tail when it comes to all of this safety stuff. Let me go back to what he had to say. Let me listen to this guy.
They want to hike fares up and they want to do certain things, but they can't even keep the people of New York City protected. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of sad.
New Yorkers must feel safe.
Today, the mayor defended his efforts to get people off the subway system who are sleeping or seem like they need mental health services.
See, the topic is not about mental illness. The topic is not about homeless that are on the subway. We saw those men come into the subway and push a man on the tracks. We're not talking about a homeless person that was on in the subway and decided to do that. Do you understand my point? So what the mayor is doing is he's moving the goalposts, he's gaslighting the people, and he's playing games to cover his tracks, because anytime somebody get pushed in the trains, then it's on him. It's on his watch. It's his fault. So now what he's trying to do is switch the topic and focus on stuff like this. They can easily solve these problems if there were better resources for people that are homeless, but they obviously don't care about the homeless. That's why the homeless are on these trains. There should be no homeless people in the subway system at all. Where are the police? The police are only in Times Square. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. New York, let me tell you something. Everything that you see on the news when they talk about New York is pure bullshit. When they talk about safety, oh, we got a lot of officers that are on the trains. That's only in Times Square. That is only in the tourist attraction areas in New York, primarily in Times Square. All those subway stations, you're going to have police, you know, in this part, that part, and those particular areas, certain key places. But all over New York, police are not in the subways. They're not posted up. And this is why crime happens all the time. You know what I mean? There should be nobody on the train sleeping. There should be nobody doing this. You can't do this. Listen, you can't do this in certain areas of New York where you're just sleeping anywhere. You know what I mean? You got these people sleeping on the train, and I understand people homeless. It is what it is. But my point is, it is unsanitary. It is not safe for children. You might have one of these guys attack your child, grape your daughter, your son. Anything can happen. They can attack you on the train. Where are the police? Because here's the thing. What if you're a man, you're on the train, and one of these homeless people decide they want to attack you because they're hungry? You're going to have to take him out. But because the laws in New York are so sketchy and dumb, now you get charged for murder. Now you get charged defending yourself. You know what I mean? That's why you got to live in a place where you got Second Amendment rights, because in New York, you can't even be a man. You can't even defend yourself. You try to harm somebody that's trying to harm you, you get put in handcuffs in New York. They'll lock you up and charge you with felonies and murder for defending yourself, guys. You literally would get charged. Somebody could attack you, try to rob you, and you fight the person. Police would come and arrest you too. Take all of you out of jail. That's how sick New York is, bro. That's why you got to stay in your house, stay out of the way, and try to avoid drama as much as you can, because it's all set up for you to go to prison.
Yorkers must feel safe.
Today, the mayor defended his efforts to get people off the subway system who are sleeping or seem like they need mental health services. He pointed to lower crime on the subway in 2024.
That's a lie. There is no lower crime on the subway. That's a big lie, fam. Yo, people get robbed, stabbed, shot, all sorts of things in New York subway systems every single day, man, every day. You know how many live streams I did 6-7 months ago where I would literally tell y'all while I'm streaming, like, yo, some crazy stuff just happened on the subway, or yo, you wouldn't believe it, man, somebody got stabbed, or yo, you wouldn't believe it, this happened. And I wouldn't make a video per se about the story, but I would mention it in my live streams because it was happening every minute. It was crazy. Every single minute somebody was getting pushed in the train tracks, getting their legs chopped off. Real horrible crimes.
And declines overall since 2009, but admits the perception just doesn't match the reality.
New York is not safe, and the subway system is not safe. The mayor is a joke. I'm telling you, people.
But admits the perception just doesn't match the reality.
Of course the perception doesn't match the reality, because there's no reality. There is nothing safe about the subway system in New York. People literally commit crimes every minute. It is a breeding ground for crime. You could literally rob people in the subway system and get away with it, because the way they have the cameras set up, you can literally commit a crime and get away with it every single day in New York. You can rob people in the subway and be able to get away with it. If you know how to move in New York, let me tell you something, fam. Even though there's cameras in a subway station, you can rob somebody, kill somebody in New York in a subway station. If you know where all the cameras is, it is so easy to commit a crime. You know why? Because you know where the cameras are. You know where the cameras are. You know how to move. You know how to duck this way, move this way. Camera will never catch your face, never catch anything. You'll make a clean getaway and get out. Happens all the time. People commit crimes and they get away.
People don't want to hear that. It says someone just got burned, Derek.
Oh, wait, let's talk about that. The woman that got burned, right? Why nobody saved her? You know why? Because she was homeless. Because she was dirty. Because she was smelly. That's why nobody saved her. You understand? Nobody saved her. Matter of fact, I think I saw a video. I'm not sure who did it. I saw a video by someone. I'm not sure who did it. Let me see. I think it was a YouTuber named, I think it was, I'm not sure who it was, man. I don't want to mention no names and it's not the person. They get free publicity and whatnot. But let's just say this, right? What the YouTuber said, because I'm trying to give them credit for what they said. They said something along the lines of, the reason why nobody saved the woman that was on fire is because she wasn't pretty. I don't know who that was. Maybe y'all saw a video by a YouTuber. Let me just put it out there. I think it's a dude named Mr. Let Go. I think it was him that made the video. I'm not sure. Maybe it was somebody else. I don't know who made the video, but somebody made a video and they was talking about how if we saw a child that was in danger, we'll rescue the child, because children are normally cute when they're young. That's what the YouTuber was saying. I'm not sure who the name is. I don't know if it was him or who it was, but what they were saying is they made a good point. We would have rescued a woman if she's attractive. If it's a pretty woman, nice body, look amazing, we'll run in there and risk our life to save her. Why? Because she's beautiful. If it's a child, we'll rush in there and try to save the child because the child is cute. It's something about when something is pretty, attractive, and cute, you'll risk your life trying to save the person. But because the woman was homeless, dirty, smelly, not attractive, nobody cared, and they just left her there to die. They left her there to die. That's what they did. Because I saw the video, I got the raw video of that too. I got the raw, uncut video with her standing there on fire. She's literally being burned alive, but because of some sort of mental illness and issues, they just left her there to die. And the person who did it was a migrant. Again, the person who did it was a migrant. So come on now. The person who did it was a migrant, guys. They're the ones committing all these crimes. Don't get me wrong. You got people in New York that commit crimes all the time. New York is infested with crime. But the migrants made the crime worse. A heck of a lot worse. That woman was burned alive by some migrant who went in there and set her on fire because I guess he didn't like her sleeping in the train. You even had a police officer that walked by. How come the police officer didn't save her? How many of you saw the video and you saw what appears to be a cop? I thought it was a cop. I don't know if it's a train conductor. I don't think it was. It was a cop. Walked right by, saw her, and kept going. Why the cop didn't go in there and save her? Put a warning there. If you saw it, a cop went inside the train. You saw the cop walk by, saw her on fire, and did nothing. How come that cop didn't lose his job? How come the cop didn't do it? How come the cop walked by, saw her on fire, and didn't care? You know why? It goes back to what the YouTuber said. The reason why the cop didn't risk his life to save her, because you could have. You could have went in there, dragged her out, make her roll over, and you could have won because they're cute. I think it was Mr. Let Go. It had to be. I think it was Mr. Let Go. Because I think he was making a very valid point. I think he was making a point. I don't know if I can pull the video up so I can double check. But I believe he was the one that was saying that. Let me see. Because I'm not subscribed to his channel, but let me see. You know, like how when you're on YouTube, you just catch live streams and stuff that be playing. And I kind of was just tuning in while I'm doing work around the house. And I saw he made a video with LaTruth. It was a video with LaTruth. And he was comparing LaTruth's situation. And Mr. LaTruth's situation is actually bad. I didn't know the magnitude of his problem that his ex did to him, fam. This man had a Facebook page generating almost $1 million, man. And she deleted the man's Facebook, bro, to spite the brother. That's why he dealt with that's why he dealing with financial hardship. You know what I mean? So he was making the point. I believe it had to be. Let me click on the video and see. Give me a minute. Let me see.
Footage of his fiance twerking on it.
Hold on. Let me see. I'm not sure if this is the video.
Hers. Her. Once she's with you.
Let me see.
Please hurry.
Yeah.
He's playing videos with LaTruth's ex-wife.
Not because his girl is this, is his girl. Those who don't know, they are on TikTok. And his statement is going to sound crazy. But I'm going to prove to you how this statement isn't crazy. Because I have proof. I literally have proof in what I'm about to say. And I need at least 10 people to buy my Deeper Discussions card game, because this conversation today proves why you need it. So I'm going to be able to back the statement with facts. Do you know that women are more dangerous than...
That's not the part.
And I know it says over 2 years later. Literally, a woman. So imagine this. I meet a woman to treat him.
I don't know if this is the video. I believe it is, but I'm not sure if that's the exact video, if it was another YouTuber. But it was a very, very good point that was made about the woman that got pushed into the, not pushed, the woman that was set on fire. Because the way the video went, it was that, I think it was this video. I really believe it was that video, but that's like a 4-hour video. I can't sit here and scroll through everything, but I think that was the video. You could probably check that out on your own on his channel. But the way he made his point is that we normally risk our lives as men to save women that are attractive or children based on the fact that they're cute. You get what I'm saying? For example, when you have a little boy that's a baby, we normally say he's cute, he's handsome, he's this, he's that. And people are willing to protect children instantly. Nobody would deny doing this. If you've seen a child out in the freezing cold, you'll risk life and limb. You'll run into the streets in traffic. If a baby is in the street, you'll run in with the traffic and everything. You'll risk your life. If a baby's in a house and you hear the baby screaming, men would break down the door to go get the child because we believe we have obligation to save the child. If a woman is in duress and distress, and we'll risk our life if she's a beautiful woman. But if a woman is homeless, ugly, not attractive, smelly, and she's on fire, nobody would care. Nobody would care. We would literally ignore. And the police did the same exact thing. The police saw the woman on fire and left her to die. The policeman walked by, because like I said, I got the raw video, but I can't play it due to YouTube guidelines. It is what it is. Let me see if there is a video. You know what? I'm not gonna waste my time. I'll just leave it alone. You can find that on your own time, because I'm just sharing my commentary. The police officer saw the woman, walked by, and saw her burning and did nothing to save her. Why? Because of this, the very same reason that I'm telling you, is that she was homeless, smelly, unattractive, and the cop figure, why am I gonna go in there and risk my life? I'm not going in there. Let the fire department deal with it. So if the cop didn't try to save her, why would anybody else? Because the dude that was filming, he was like, oh, snap, yo. You know how it is in New York. They'll watch you dying and they'll film it. And the person who committed the crime was sitting down right on the bench, watching her burn, to show you how brutal some of these migrants are, and how when those demons are in people, right, they do their evil and they sit right there and watch you burn. It was crazy, man. Shout out to Rollo for the support. Says the best thing a man can do is move forward, especially family men, to leave them toxic cities and northern states is not for family. True southern states are, whatchamacallit, well, he listed all the different places to go to, top 6 choices, no excuses. That's true. The southern states are definitely more family orientated. In the northern states, it's like, it's too fast paced, too congested, crowded. You can't even drive in New York, fam. You can't drive in New York, man. It's too crowded. Unless you have a hoopty and you're not worried about nobody hitting your car. But other than that, it's just too congested, too much people. It's too much traffic. It's overcrowded. You know, anybody that's in New York, you feel that pressure. That's why I had to leave, man. I had to get out of there, man. Remember I used to make my videos? Put a 1 in the chat if you can remember when I used to make my videos and I was telling y'all every day that I'm not happy living in New York. I was like, I'm just overwhelmed. It feels like I'm being drained, like I can't breathe. Y'all remember when I used to make those videos? And I used to, it's like while I'm doing my stream, I would stop and I would tell y'all, I'm like, look, man, it's like when you're in New York, it's like you can't breathe. The air is bad. It's like you can't breathe, fam. Like, really. You find yourself having to breathe, like, you know, like how you breathe automatically, right? In New York, a lot of times the air is so bad, it's like you get stressed out faster. Then they got all this radiation around these 5G towers. It's all over the place. This was really bad, man. I couldn't deal with it, man. I had to get up out of there, man. Like, it's really stressful.
If, you know, someone is shoved to the subway system on the tracks, you know, people are seeing and feeling what they're reading. So our success is overshadowed.
And the cameras that help lead to arrests, like they did tonight, also make those disturbing crimes more visible to more people.
The cameras don't mean nothing, man. So what? You got cameras. There's cameras everywhere. People still commit crimes. Those guys committed the crime even though the cameras are there. Cameras don't prevent crime. Cameras do not prevent crime. They got to be more resources available to prevent things like this from even happening. Now, what if there was cops posted up right there? You think those guys are going to do that? If there was officers right there, nothing would have went down like that. They caught the guy an hour later, obviously due to the cameras. But my point is, if there were officers there, the people would feel more safe because there's visible officers available. What happened to all of that robotic stuff they were talking about? Y'all remember when they was talking about robotic cops in Times Square? Where all of that went? That just went out the window. That went out the window. You see? Where's all the technology? Why it's so easy for them to escape? I mean, for heck, why is it so easy? Now watch this, ladies and gentlemen. If somebody committed a crime like that and they easily exit the subway station to leave, why there's not technology that can close doors immediately? In other words, right when somebody committed a crime and they jump the turnstile to leave, the exit of the subway station closes. In other words, an alarm goes off, the gates come down, locks. You're locked in, waiting for police. How come that tech is not there? I'm telling you, man, I don't know who's running New York. I don't know who's in charge of the resources, but y'all some dumbass idiots, man. Because if I was in charge, the resources, the taxpayer money, it'll be used to put things in place that will lock you damn demons in cages. As soon as y'all commit y'all crimes, it's shutting down. You know what I mean? You'll be locked. The train wouldn't move. So even if you jumped on a train, the train is not gonna move. You're gonna stay right there till we take your ass to jail. I don't know why there's nothing in place that capture these people right away. It's like the whole system is all rigged, man.
I actually still feel relatively safe, you know, it's a big city and there's...
White people always say that when they visit New York. White people always say that when they come over here and live in New York. They always saying, oh, I feel it's relatively safe and, you know, whatever. That's because you don't live where all the crime is. You live somewhere else. They don't live in the trenches. You know what I mean? And see, people like him is more likely to get the same type of thing that was done to the other guy because he's thinking naive, man. He don't have his eyes open. He probably haven't been out in New York for a long while to know how dangerous New York actually is. It's very dangerous.
A lot of subway stations and a lot of people commuting, but yeah, it's still really scary when you see it on video like that so clearly.
Kamel Hawkins was quickly apprehended and held here at 59th Street thanks to transit cops looking for the person in that video.
Put a 1 in the chat if the live is back on. It just shut off and came back on.
Yeah, it's still really scary when you see it on video like that so clearly.
Kamel Hawkins was quickly apprehended and held here at 59th Street thanks to transit cops looking for the person in that video. He is charged tonight with attempted murder and assault as a felony. Police believe this was random. They say he did not know the victim and said nothing to him.
And there have been many crimes in New York that the same results happen. They don't know you, but they commit crimes. There was a time when crime happened is because somebody knew you and they were out to get revenge. Now, people don't even know you. They just randomly attack you. Those are demons, people. Those are demons. And then what they do is they tell you, oh, it's mental illness. I'm tired of people using the mental illness card, man. I'm tired of hearing that. Ain't no mental illness. Call it what it is. There's evil people in the world that are possessed by demons and devils, man. What'll make you push a man in a subway tracks, man? What can make you, what is that? A fun thing? That's a sport? Pushing people in tracks? There's a special place in hell for people like that, man. Nobody should get pushed in no damn tracks. That's crazy work, man. Doesn't matter you white, black, Asian, nobody should be pushing you in no damn tracks. But they bring these damn migrants in and they take over and do evil, man. And I ain't saying that it's just migrants doing evil. You got all different types of people in New York committing crimes. You got native residents of New York that commit crimes all the time. And it's sick, man. Imagine you waiting for the train and somebody pushed you in the tracks. Imagine what was going through that man's mind as he's going in the tracks and seeing the train, knowing his greatest fears is coming to pass. Think of the trauma he got to deal with, the mental anguish and pain. He's going to be fearing for his life. He probably never take the train again after experiencing that. He should sue the damn subway MTA. The MTA should get sued, man. I don't care what nobody say, man. You pay your fare. You shouldn't be in a situation where you're getting pushed in the damn train tracks, man. The MTA ought to pay for all his medical bills, all his medical expenses, and there should be a lawsuit against them because they're actually the ones that caused that, man. Because there's nothing there protecting people. So he needs to lawyer up and get paid. They need to pay all his medical bills. And he need to file a lawsuit against the city, man. That's their fault. The city failed that man. And anybody else that get robbed, thrown in the tracks, burnt alive, there ought to be lawsuits against the city, the transit system, and everything else. Because when you pay your fare and you go into that place, you ought to be safe. You ought to be protected. It's no different that if you go to a football stadium, if you go into a football stadium and something happened to you in there, that stadium is liable for damages. Because when you pay your money to go in there, I shouldn't be getting shot. I shouldn't be getting killed. I shouldn't be getting robbed. None of that stuff's supposed to be happening to me after I pay for my ticket and I go to this sporting event. I should be safe. So when you pay your fare to go inside of a subway station, you should be protected at all times. You should be protected at all times. You should be safe, 100%. You should be able to make it home to your family, not make it to the damn hospital and you wake up and you don't got no legs. Your legs are chopped off. That happened to a woman the other day that got pushed in the subway in New York. You had a woman that got pushed in the subway tracks. Let me see if I can find that, fam. Woman pushed in train tracks in New York. I know it happened the other day. Where is it? They keep bringing up the one with the... That was in September, I believe it was. Woman, 62, pushed onto a New York subway tracks. Let me see if this is it. Let me see.
Breaking news in Brooklyn, another subway shoving incident. Police are on the hunt for the suspect accused of pushing a woman on the tracks. Welcome to the noon. I'm Bianca Peters. That woman recovering in the hospital at this hour. Let's get right to Fox 5's Stephanie Bertini on the scene in Bushwick where this all went down. Stephanie, what's the latest on this?
Bianca, it happened here at this subway station over my shoulder just before 6 a.m. this morning. The NYPD responded to a call about someone hurt here at the Jefferson Street station. The victim, a 62-year-old woman, was injured, her foot swollen and cut. Police say a man pushed her onto the tracks after a dispute that started when he asked her for a lighter. Commuters helped the victim get off the tracks. She was taken to a nearby hospital.
Downloading
now,
the video.
Police statistics show subway crime is down more than 5% this year so far compared to last. But this incident has people around here saying this is exactly why they don't feel comfortable taking public transit, like one woman.
I'm downloading the video so I can put it on the screen. Give me a minute. Let me see. Okay. Let's get this.
Breaking news in Brooklyn.
Let me get the audio set. Because what I'm trying to show you is this happens all the time, guys. All the time in New York. Let's go.
Another subway shoving incident. Police are on the hunt for the suspect accused.
Let me get the volume. Hold on. Get the volume up. Okay.
Breaking news in Brooklyn. Another subway shoving incident. Police are on the hunt for the suspect accused of pushing a woman on the tracks. Welcome to the noon, and Bianca Peters. That woman recovering in the hospital at this hour. Let's get right to Fox 5's Stephanie Bertini on the scene in Bushwick where this all went down. Stephanie, what's the latest on this?
Bianca, it happened here at this subway station over my shoulder just before 6 a.m. this morning. The NYPD responded to a call about someone hurt here at the Jefferson Street station. The victim, a 62-year-old woman, was injured, her foot swollen and cut. Police say a man pushed her onto the tracks after a dispute that started when he asked her for a lighter. Commuters helped the victim get off the tracks. She was taken to a nearby hospital. Now, police statistics show subway crime is down more than 5% this year so far compared to last. But this incident has people around here saying this is exactly why they don't feel comfortable taking public transit, like one woman I talked to.
I mean, you see so many things going on TV, on Facebook, people being pushed, being, cut. I don't even sit right there next to the door of the train because I'm afraid I'm going to be cut or they're going to take my phone away from me. I just stand there and I'm looking at everybody to make sure I'm not safe. I get very nervous when I get into the train.
Do y'all see what's going on here?
Investigation is ongoing. No arrest yet. If you have any information, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers right now.
Let me see if I can get this other story. Give me a minute. Let me see. I'm trying to find the other story. This happens every minute, guys. Every single minute. This one was October 20. The one that I just showed you there, that was in September. Right. Let me see if I can get this one. Hold on. Let me see.
A woman's leg amputated after being run over by a freight train in downtown San Diego. Hello and
I don't know if that's it. Let me see.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I am Wale Aliyu.
And that's not the one. That's another incident. But I'm looking for New York. Hold on, let me see. I'm not sure. Is this one?
Over by a moving train. Units got down here, we responded, and
what?
Multiple people that possibly got ran over by a moving train.
That's not it. Because there was another story where a woman got pushed in the subway and lost her legs. I'm trying to find it. Let me see. Attack on train. She lost her legs. Is this it? No. That's one, but that's not the one I was looking for. Because I know it recently happened. Woman had one of her legs amputated after she was... That's not it. That's not it.
Which train was involved? People who work in the area tell me that it's common to see trains like the one you see behind me
No, that's the same one. That was San Diego. I can't find that one right here, but I believe I made my point. These random acts of evil happens every single minute in New York, where people are getting pushed in front of subway trains all the time. And it's a story that won't go away because the mayor in New York and the governor are not doing anything about it. They're just pretty much making up excuses, playing with the American people, playing with New Yorkers, keep telling you crime is going down. Crime is not going down in New York. Crime is going up. You understand? Don't listen to the stats when the media tell you that crime is going down. Crime happens every minute in New York. Every second, somebody's getting robbed and murdered every single day in New York because of crime.
Or pushing him in front of that train. In Columbus Circle, Sonia Rincon, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
And that's pretty much that, ladies and gentlemen. My final thoughts on the situation here is the guy that was pushed, I hope he have a speedy recovery. I'll have to do some research to find out if he lost any limbs or anything after getting pushed in the tracks. But that was a horrible video. Like I said, YouTube have certain guidelines. You can't play certain videos, but I got the actual video of him getting pushed in and you seeing him like going into the tracks after the guy pushed. And then what they did is they all ran, all of the guys, they all ran out of the subway and jumped over the turnstile and fled the scene after that. And that's just as evil as it gets, man. Like, they took pleasure in doing it. People are taking pleasure in pushing people in front of trains. So when you with your kids in New York, don't stand by the edge of the platform. Don't ever do that. Make sure you are against the wall, against a gate, sitting down on the benches. If there are no seating, stand where you cannot be pushed. Always keep your eyes open. Stop. Wait for when the train pull in. Then proceed to get on the train. Right? Don't walk in between cars with your children. Don't ever do that. Don't ever, under any circumstances, walk between subway cars in New York City on a train. I don't care who you are. Don't ever do that. People die going through the cars in New York. The train could be turning, you going through the door, and you lose your balance. You go in between, you fall into the tracks. Nobody don't know nothing about you. Don't ever do that, right? Those doors are only for emergency purposes. They're not for you to be just jumping into different cars. You're literally playing with death every time you do it. It's in motion. To be honest with you, going through those doors are, number one, is for emergency purposes, and normally it's for when the train is stopped. When the train is in motion, you're not supposed to be going through that door. That's the equivalent of opening your car door while you're driving. It's crazy. It don't make no sense. You know, we see a lot of young youth subway surfing on top of trains and they get killed, and then kids still do it. You know, why? Because there's nothing being done to stop these crimes. With all the cameras that are out there, how are kids able to climb up on top of these trains and surf? Why the trains are still in motion? How come there's no motion detectors on the top of the trains? Where the fuck is the damn sensors? Come on now. Where's the tech? Am I the only one that's smart? How come there's no technology that as soon as some kids go on top of the subway, there's a motion detector that sets off an alarm, which causes the train to stop, which causes the conductors and everybody to notify law enforcement that somebody just went on top? Mayor Adams, where is the resources? How come y'all so dumb that y'all ain't figured this out yet? Where are the motion detectors that lets off an alarm that let the conductors and everybody of these trains know somebody's on top surfing? Where is it? This is why I keep saying the people that follow the Most High are the intelligent ones. And I bet you sooner or later, one of these damn brainiacs is going to come up with the very same idea that I just said, and it's going to be implemented. Why? Because they watching my videos, my ideas, and they're going to go out there and patent all of this stuff and put it into works. When they should be compensating me for the solution. But they're not going to do that. Give me the damn resources of New York, and I can make that happen. It's so damn easy. There should be sensors that as soon as somebody try to climb, boom, an alarm goes off. Everybody that is in the train, driving the train, they're notified. And there's a camera that can see people climbing up. Where are the resources for this? I'm telling you guys, man, stay safe out there. Peace and blessings. Subscribe to the channel. It is what it is. Ringo TV Reaction, #1 reactionary channel on YouTube. You already done know what it is. Subscribe today, fam. It is what it is. We're about to hit 170,000 subs. You know what I mean? Salute to everybody subscribing to the channel. We're about to hit 170,000 subs. It is what it is. Let's start the new year off right. Let's get it popping. We're going to keep these live streams going. We're going to keep this content coming. It is what it is, fam. I got to get back to work. Got to fix something to eat. It is what it is. I got any more info, I'll go live again, fam. It's time to grind. It's 2025, fam. It's the year of grinding. Period. Let's get to work. Let's get to work. Shout out to everybody on the 9-to-5 grind. Shout out to everybody out there doing their thing. All the truckers, everybody on the road. Stay safe out there. Do your thing. Stay positive. This is your year. This is your time to shine. Just stay positive. Stay away from all the negative nonsense. And again, be safe out there in New York. Salute to everybody out there in Brooklyn. Everybody out there in the 5 boroughs of New York. You already done know what it is. Stay safe in these streets. Focus on getting your money. Stay away from all the negative people. And just be positive, man. Y'all stay safe. I'll be back later on with more Ringo TV reactions. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. We out of here, y'all. Y'all stay safe. We out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at RingoTVRaw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.